All around the globe, there are museums of art and museums of natural history. But here in New York State, there's an institution dedicated to fun and games. The Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester showcases the world of play. It houses an extensive collection of toys, games, and artifacts, and a new interactive edition covering the evolution of video games. And that's definitely where Jamie Wax wanted to begin his tour.
Welcome to the Mecca of play. A space where your inner child can let loose, and the games of your dreams are quite literally larger than life.
Oh, man, that was painful.
So close.
It's these reimagined interactive exhibits that fill the Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester, New York.
Steve, I feel like I'm in the middle of a video game right now.
Steve Dubnick has been CEO of the museum since 2017 and is overseeing the current expansion.
What is this expansion going to do for this place, adding 90,000 more square feet?
So play is an ever-evolving topic, right? And how people play changes constantly. And we saw in the mid-2000s that video games was an area that people were really using to evolve their play forms into. And so as video games grew as a topic and how people play, we needed a way to collect and preserve that history. And we just really ran out of room in our existing facility to do that.
In the expansion wing, visitors will find supersized versions of their favorite video games, explore the interactive exhibits, and learn the history of the technology.
This is the periodic table behind us and next to us of video game elements. Just tell me, this is sort of like the science of play, basically, right?
Every game you play, you're doing something. You're moving, or you're solving, or you're creating, and so on. And so our academic team really recognized that and came up with this concept of forming that into a periodic table of video game elements.
In addition to the expansion, there's still plenty of room for older games and toys, like early versions of Barbie, as play historian and vice president for exhibits John Paul Dyson showed us.
This is Charles Darrow's round Monopoly set from his own home from the 30s, and everything is handwritten, hand-drawn on this.
This is the very first version of Monopoly that he created.
We also got to explore the vast basement area of the museum.
This is a chance for us to really preserve and document the history of play in all its forms,
which houses an array of pinball treasures, oddities, and some original designs.
We had the prototype for Tickle Me Elmo here in the museum. Actually went through a couple different versions. But one of the guys who created it, this guy Greg Hyman, he also created this toy Alfie, which was one of the first electronic toys. Yeah. And here you can see not only the finished product, but also the first prototype here, which is amazing.
We sat down to discuss all of these things and the very serious nature of play.
What's the definition of play to you?
To me, at least, on some level, play is fun. If we're not having a good time, we maybe are not playing. You know, we learn so much when we play. We build friendships when we play. It's how we learn to deal with the way life just throws curveballs at us. When you see children playing, they're learning how to deal with a world that changes all the time. And so as adults, we take those skills and hopefully we keep playing too.
When the museum was founded in 1969, it was originally called Margaret Woodbury Strong's Museum of Fascination. Since then, the museum has adapted the play mission, acquiring the National Toy Hall of Fame. Today, there are playgrounds, a reading adventure, and even a rope course to explore.
So there's interactive elements, whether that's you're pretending to be in a pet, sort of pet care center, or you're playing a video game that was maybe one you played when you were younger. It's a great chance to animate play in a museum setting. It's a little bit different than most museums.
Yeah.
And that difference is one that can definitely be felt. Playfully, yes, but also meaningfully.
What can we learn from play that might help move us forward?
Play is this wonderful means of just bringing people together. And you see that on a playground. It doesn't matter their background, they're just playing together. And so, in that sense, I think play is a model that it's not about what I'm getting. It's about the experience overall, and how can we make this a joyous experience for all of us.
For CBS Saturday Morning, Jamie Wax, Rochester, New York.
Did you see that daddy saddle? That was just kicks.
I'm gonna get a daddy saddle.
You would be perfect for that.
Very nice.
I haven't seen an Atari machine in a while.
I hadn't seen an Atari machine in a while. I did not see NHL 94 in the museum, but maybe it's there.
Not Tempest or Centipede.
Greatest
No,
video game of
no.
all time.
No,
I think
those
we can
two
all
were.
agree. Yeah.